Hey everybody, I'm Sam.
I'm Caleb.
And I'm Will.
And we are Working Title. We are back. It is Death Note Day, episode 16. Decisions. Last on what happened, boys?
Misa is no longer a mini Kira. She no longer has Shinigami eyes. No longer has the Death Note.
No longer has the memories. Right?
Should have memories.
No memories of it.
And now Light must break her out, or Rem is going to kill him.
So, without further ado, everyone, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed these Death Note reactions, so that you can be here for when more of them drop and be the first ones to see. If you really want to be the first ones, you can also go over to Patreon and get 2-week early access. We do have that available, as well as Cyberpunk, so check it out while you can. And make sure to check out the show. We're gonna punch it.
My arm! Ow! You just break my arm. Just start a mosh pit where you're just beating my ass. Why the Apple Death Note now?
Decisions.
In case this is war, you know I load up on all ammunitions. Where the fuck are they?
Why are they in the field?
Is this Elden
I
Ring?
hereby relinquish
Where are
ownership
they?
of this Death Note.
Oh.
Take care of her who gave your word.
Wait, I thought he said goodbye to Ryuk at the end of this. Last episode. What the fuck happened?
Why did they go to a forest to do this?
Just as I thought, as long as I still have Ryuk's notebook, even though I gave up Rem's, all awareness I have of Rem still remains.
Okay. I never thought the Death Note I gave you would end up buried and abandoned.
Listen, Ryuk. For the time being, I'm just hiding it, but it stays mine. Until the next time you hear me say the following words, get rid of it. When I say that, regardless of the context, assume that I want to relinquish ownership of this Death Note.
Got it.
Mr. Stalker.
What if he accidentally
This is
says
illegal.
it? It's like a bad way. Wait, shit, no, I didn't mean it. No!
She's been acting like
He's in a
this
room with L, like, what the
since we
fuck?
regained consciousness.
Freaking out for nothing.
Seriously? Does she think she
Just
can
looking
get out
around.
of this just by playing dumb?
Here.
Mr. Mogi, when you apprehended Misa Amane, you made it clear that she was a suspect, am I correct?
Yes, like you told me. First, I blindfolded her and covered her mouth. I told her that we knew she was the second Kira. I made sure that she heard me. She didn't struggle when I put the blindfold and handcuffs on her. It was like she accepted it.
What if I gave you an autograph or shake your hand? I know! I can give you a kiss on the cheek if you want! Oh, come on, I won't run away, I promise.
Before you passed out, you barely spoke, and you even asked me to kill you. And now you're claiming ignorance?
I don't understand. I mean, you're the one who knocked me out and then brought me here, remember? Wait, I get it. This is some kind of Misa Amane interrogation fantasy, right?
Do you know why I'm detaining you here? You must have some idea.
What do you mean? Because I'm a celebrity, obviously.
Hey, Amane! No one's buying this, so cut it out!
I need to go to the bathroom. I have to go to the bathroom again, okay?
It's only been 4 minutes since you last went to the bathroom. I'm afraid you'll have to hold it.
You have to. It's the only time you'll untie me and let me move. Plus, you'd be able to watch. Isn't that what you want? Isn't it?
Oh!
What kind of fans does she have?
I mean, people are fucking weird.
Alright,
He just went,
let's get back to the conversation we were having before you lost consciousness. First of all, do you know who Light Yagami is? And if so, why did you approach her?
Huh? What do you mean? How could I not know my own boyfriend?
She was so tight-lipped about it earlier. Now she's openly admitting he's her boyfriend.
Where is this coming from?
Good timing, it's Light.
Ryuzaki, like I said over the phone, I could be Kira.
No light! What are you talking about? Why would you even say something like that? Why?
Just free the girl.
Proof that Light Yagami is Kira, so why come here to announce that you could be Kira? It's an act. There's no could be about it. You are Kira. What do you want to accomplish by this?
Look, Dad, if I were in Elle's place, even I would have come to the same conclusion. You see, subconsciously I might be Kira. If that were the case,
What did I
maybe
do?
I would not even know it.
He's a demon, bro.
I see. So you're not conscious of it, huh?
I'm not sure of anything anymore. I'd never kill someone, but unconsciously, who knows what I'm capable of.
There you go.
Another me could be killing
Insanity
people.
plea.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Not possible, what do you mean?
Well, I never mentioned this to you, but at one point I had hidden surveillance cameras installed in your room for 5 days.
Cameras?
Yes.
Good
Every single
face.
night, you slept
Very
more.
good.
Criminals whose names were broadcast were still dying, even though you would have had no way of knowing about them. But this didn't prove your innocence to me. All it proved was that if you were Kira, no amount of camera surveillance would reveal that fact.
Damn, dude.
Reveal that fact, huh? I have to admit, I've found myself thinking that some criminals deserve to die. If I can think like Kira, then how can I be sure that I'm not actually him?
What is this play?
Hold on, Light. I feel exactly the same way. I found myself thinking before that some people would be better off dead. But still, that doesn't mean we're gonna go out and kill people. Isn't that right? Besides, criminals were still being killed even while you had no knowledge
It
of
is
them.
your hate alone that
I mean,
was
the
killed
surveillance
them.
cameras
Your
proved it, didn't they?
willpower.
Well, no. Because we were short of investigators then, we only watched him while he was at home. Truth is, we weren't able to watch him every hour of the day. It's possible he could have found some way to kill those criminals while he wasn't at home.
Oh, God.
Get him.
This was premeditated. It's no accident you chose to do this now. Well, what if we incarcerate you for a while? Imprison you like we did a mine? If criminals whose names are made public keep dying, then it would lead us to think that you're innocent, right? Is that how you imagined it? Let's do it. I need you to fully restrain Light Yagami and place him in solitary confinement.
What? You can't.
You want us to?
There's no way my son could be Kira. My son's not capable of.
It's okay, Dad.
Damn,
Stop
his
this,
dad
Light.
just doesn't know.
Listen, something has to be done about this. As long as I'm having these doubts, I can't work with you to catch Kira. But Ryuzaki, promise me this. Until you can say with absolute certainty that I'm not Kira, you cannot set me free, no matter what I might say or what condition I might be in. I believe that by giving up my very freedom, I'll defeat this fear that Kira lurks within me.
God, what a liar, dude. He's crazy.
Right.
It's kind of funny because he had already suggested to Elle he wanted to do this, and Elle didn't want to do it because he's like, why would I let the potential killer come up with his own layout of how to prove his own innocence?
He said, why would I let you tell me what to do?
So it's kind of funky that we still come to this result in the end. I don't know. I guess it's because there's no other options.
Unless you retrieve it within
490 days. What a very odd number to be specific.
These rules are so weird.
I know.
First day in prison.
I just have to get rid of the notebook.
So, I guess apples are out of the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
It's boring as hell in here.
Ryuzaki, I'd like to request that you take me off this investigation.
Chief, why?
When we spoke earlier, my feelings got in the way. It's impossible for me to be objective in this situation.
I agree with you. We can't let personal feelings get in the way.
And in truth, if the task force concludes that my son is Kira, I don't know what I'd be capable of.
Yes, I'll agree with you there. To be honest, I wondered what you might do. I believe you'd kill your son and then yourself. I also agree that it's best that we don't have you working here for now.
Ryuzaki, I will ask that you confine me as well.
Oh!
And I'm calm. But to be honest, I'm not sure how much more of this I can take.
Dude ran a
I
truck
thought you
through the
might say
hospital.
that, so I spoke with Watari. He's made arrangements.
He already planned it.
He already figured that was going to happen.
But your confinement will be different. While you're in confinement, we'll be giving you continuous updates on the investigation so you'll know what's happening. So how does that sound to you?
I'm grateful. Thank you.
I feel so bad for his dad getting stuck in the Novas.
The amount of gray hair he has developed over the course of these episodes.
Yeah.
Hey, mister, I really want to take a bath. I'm pretty sure you already know where I live, don't you? Could you bring me some clean clothes?
I didn't think this could get any more bizarre.
Me neither.
Now who's that fourth camera corner gonna be for?
That's right.
Ryuzaki, talk to
El's
me.
gonna lock
What's
himself
happening?
up.
Have any new criminals been identified? Anyone that Kira would be likely to target?
We haven't had one report of a criminal being killed by Kira.
Wait, no one's been killed? Really?
Yes.
I see. So it's only a matter of time before I'm convicted as Kira.
What I wouldn't give for an apple.
What's going on here? I thought the murders would continue even after Light was confined. Instead, they've stopped completely. Light asked to be confined in the first place. If this continues, it'll only strengthen the argument that he is Kira. The only question left will be whether or not he was conscious of being Kira. Does he really think that's gonna work? That he'll be let off the hook if he can just prove he wasn't conscious of being Kira? It's not like Yagami. No, it's not like Kira.
I still want to know what's Light's play in this. I don't get it. What is his objective?
I can't take this anymore.
Oh no, unless Ryuk's going to do something off the walls because he can't get after
this. No matter what.
You know what, Mr. Stalker? Your video won't sell if it's just me sitting here the whole time.
Oh no.
He's bored
Mr.
too.
Yagami looks pretty bad. Mr. Yagami.
What is it? Is it good news? Is it bad news?
No, I wanted to tell you not to worry so much. Perhaps you should rest in a more comfortable place.
Impossible! What makes you think I care where I am? It won't change anything. With the state I'm in now, this is the best place for me. And no matter what the result, when I leave here, it's going to be with my son.
I understand.
That's not good. That is really not good.
It's only been 5 days.
7 now.
7's a lot of days to be sitting in one little room.
Light, you've only been here for 1 week. I'm sure it can't be easy. Are you feeling all right?
Now that I've come this far, I think it's about time.
Is he gonna get rid of it?
Yeah, I know I must look pretty bad in here, but this useless pride, I suppose I'll have to. Get rid of it. Huh?
Look at him. So he's gonna lose the memory of it.
Got it.
Oh no! Later! Later!
I love Ryuk so much. Huh? Why am I in jail?
Why am I doing this? I don't belong here. Ryuzaki, I realized that I was the one pushing for confinement and that I asked you to put me in here, but I just realized something important. This whole thing's completely pointless. Because I'm not Kira. You have to get me out of here!
Oh my god. How is he gonna stumble back onto
No
it?
matter what you said, I wouldn't let you out until I was convinced that you are not Kira.
Please, El, I wasn't thinking clearly. Do you really think a serial killer like Kira could commit those crimes without being aware of them? If I have no memory of his crimes, I'm not him!
I've never been able to accept this idea that Kira has been acting without self-awareness all this time. But that doesn't change the fact that all the evidence points to you being Kira. Since we imprisoned you, Kira hasn't committed a single murder.
Listen, just hear me out. I swear to you, I'm not lying. You have to believe me. I am not Kira! I must have been framed. That's the only explanation for this.
What's wrong with you, Light Yagami? What you're saying is completely absurd, but For some reason, it feels believable to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it is.
Wasting time!
What the hell is going on? This isn't like light at all. He's contradicting himself. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, we can't release him now that the murders have stopped. It doesn't matter what he says. I mean, even I know that much.
Anyway, I don't care what anyone says. As far as I'm concerned, we have all the proof we need. Light Yagami is Kira, and that's the end of it.
I love that, man.
Day 15?
What's going on? I just heard 2 weeks worth of criminals were just murdered all at once. It happened yesterday.
Yeah, Kira is back.
So did you guys already tell the chief?
How?
No, not yet.
Guess what, Chief? Kira started killing again.
What?
It looks like Kira was only resting, but now he started punishing criminals again.
Is that true?
What the heck? Who is killing, Rem?
Well, he's in the gray.
Did you hear what he just said, Chief?
Yeah,
In
it's
the
a hell of a
gray?
lot better than being completely guilty. Thank God.
I'm sure as grays go, he's a shade closer to being cleared. Let's tell Light. Matsuda!
Mr. Matsuda,
Don't you fucking dare.
we shouldn't tell him about this.
But why not?
Hello, Light.
What is it, Ryuzaki?
You've been in here just over 2 weeks and not a single new criminal has been punished. Now, why make this harder than it has to be? Are you ready to confess?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm telling you, you're wrong. I understand why you feel that way. But even if the evidence does point to me, I swear to you, this is a setup. I am not Kira. Zoom in on me if you want. Go ahead, look at my eyes. You tell me, do these look like the eyes of someone who is lying?
This is such a good play. I hate it.
I don't understand.
You got played so hard. What the heck?
Damn it,
He's
dude.
so upset. I don't understand.
Dude, me neither. Light. Yagami. Light. Yagami.
Okay.
Man, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Man.
No,
No,
bro.
bro. Man, run your pockets, yo.
Okay. When he said in the beginning, if I say get rid of it, I didn't really think he was going to do it this episode or so soon.
Yeah.
How the fuck is he supposed to get back to it? That's the part that I don't understand.
Yeah.
And what is Ryuk doing that he is willing to... Oh. Because he relinquished the thing to Rem, and he could still see Rem. So
Yeah.
he'll still be able to see Ryuk at some point. But is Ryuk going to play into it? Just be like, here you go, buddy. Here,
I found
take
this
it.
funny little
Take
book.
it. You want this funny little book? I got a little funny book.
Funny book.
You want the book? I want apples.
Feed me apple, I give you funny book.
I mean, that's the only way this works out for him, because Ryuk went and grabbed the book and took it, right? He would have had to take it with him.
Listen, I'm just gonna say this is where the show gets a little funky going forward, like a little complex, and it's been a while. I am not going to say anything other than the knowledge that you currently have. I'm not helping you through this next chapter of Death Note.
That's fine.
Because I'm very viciously scared that if I say the wrong thing, I'm going to pre-spoil things I really don't want to talk about. However, I will say, holy shit, I realized the purpose of why this is so impactful for a play move now is we never talk about the I mean it's just in the story, so it's obvious, but L is a super analytic. What is it called when you are Benedict Cumberbatch's Sherlock, when you can psychoanalyze a person's intent based off the little fidgeting things you do in your performance.
They're able to read the person from body language to mannerism to speech pattern to everything to figure out what they're feeling.
And we've never actually really talked about it much on the show or in the post talks, but we see it in the episodes where every time Light has to do a performance piece for L, it falls flat horribly. Like it's never worked. If anything, it always increases some percentages. Now, what Light says is always the proper thing to save him in situations, but on a deeper level from like a physical.
L
he
understands
can
like, yeah, I figured you were gonna say that.
But that's not enough concrete evidence to convince other people that L is correct.
Yeah.
But that's always been why he has this like like his personal statistics rather than the open statistics that he shares. And I just really like it because in this episode, when you relinquish your memory, your beliefs will be fully authentic. You will no longer have, because Light apparently to L is a trash ass actor. He's not good at selling the pitch that he's not Kira. But now with this ability, and we'll see how it plays out, but it's like now all of a sudden he is the best performance artist you can find, and there's nothing but convincing arguments now, and it's throwing L off because L was like, this was not something he expected because he's only learned Light as this super intelligent person who is not good at selling his pitch a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Not convincingly so. And then on top of that, Misa has never, also kind of the same thing. Like, she's also kind of somebody who has their emotions on their sleeve and is now giving this perfect performance of this stalker who's shown up to snatch her up, and they're also saying things that are true statements too, like Light intelligently put it in L's mind that I could be. Maybe this is a conscious thing that I'm not aware of. The pitch didn't sell, but now the pitch is selling. Maybe that's a likely scenario that it could be a subconscious thing that is now completely forced onto you because it appears that he's not aware of it. And then the same with Misa. She's saying things that would put you in a hot seat in court, saying, well, listen, I'm not this one. However, there are days where I agree with him. I would want to thank Kira, which is like, well, that doesn't help you, but like, I feel like only an innocent person might say that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, I have these convictions that make me feel bad that I might agree with some terrorist act because of an act of passion, but I'm not the one who actually partook in this action.
Yeah.
So, this is the episode Will's been wanting where L gets completely effed by Team Light.
It's just, the only thing about it is, for me, at least, I just wonder, I'm like, where
does it go?
Well, where is Light's play? Like, even if Ryuk plays along and meets up with him, you know, jokingly, like, here's the book. If he does that, like, will Light have his memories again? How are they going to play this? And I don't even understand how they're going to. What does this implication mean now that now these two people have had complete personality shifts within a few days versus 2 weeks, and now they are no longer the person that they were, and they seem to have no knowledge as the killings have, continued at this point. So, I just don't know where, like, what even if this works out and Light comes back to Kira, if Kira becomes Light again. Which is kind of trippy because it almost means that Kira is another entity
right now.
Yeah, it's not the same person. Like, Kira is a thing that exists out there that is not Light.
Caleb's having a moment.
No,
we also just watched Fight Club before.
They're the same movie.
I feel like you just had that realization that.
No, I had it during the episode, bro. Like,
Kira is Tyler Durden.
God damn it.
But that's the thing, is like,
explains everything.
He came to me in a strange part of my life for whatever he says.
Sorry.
If Light is not Kira at this point, when he comes back to being Kira, what does that even mean from an investigative standpoint? How is Kira able to mind control these people to do these atrocities, and what kind of A, how are they going to prove it at that point, and B, who do they go after, or what do they go after? Because they're not able to. But regardless, the idea that Kira is a thing versus light, which honestly, it makes me feel like, or, you know, almost as if that Kira is an entity of the Death Note itself. Because...
Holy shit.
Because... Stop laughing. I don't want you to do this. Because... Stop.
Not laughing at you.
It's a great poker face. I just really like where this is
easy.
going.
Even though it could be disproven because Misa and Light both did different things when they were Kira, but they both had the urge to kill.
Yeah.
They didn't hesitate in using it. It's almost as if the spirit of Kira is more a thing, and Light was just the best vessel for him to embody. You know what I mean? You give Kira to Caleb, Caleb might just fuck around a little bit and maybe just kill the people he doesn't like. Or just do a little silly killings. You know what I mean?
There's no better time to bring up this quote from Jorah Mormont of Game of Thrones. There is a beast in every man, and all you need is to give them a sword.
Yeah.
And based off that power, something else comes out.
Yeah.
Or what Jorah wasn't aware of is that there's something possessive or supernatural about the sword that makes you have a new aura about you. Is it something outside of your capacity? If everyone has a beast, why is it only unleashed when these things are present?
And that's the thing too, is because we don't get time with Light before he has the Death Note. All we see of him is him in school being dismissive of other people because he doesn't really care to be around other people.
Yeah.
And then he gets the Death Note, and then immediately it's the curiosity and, alright, let me start enacting these killings. We don't see who he is outside of that. So now this is a glimpse of him being, I'd just be curious as to if we can get some scenes where will say, I don't agree with Kira at all. I don't think it's right to... If we saw that, and if it wasn't a play, because he's being completely honest in this moment, and he was saying, I wouldn't fuck with Kira, then that means something crazy is going on with the Death Note. You know what I mean? It's not just the, giving the person the weapon. So there's something more to it, in my personal opinion, at that point. Yeah. And poor fucking Mr. Yagami.
Oh man,
Dude,
I feel bad.
He's been getting dumped on the entire show. Like,
I know.
He has a son that's a complete shit.
and he's so unaware.
He's so unaware.
No
he's so trusting of his son. He loves his son.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's an idiot for thinking that. It's just everything. I don't know. I feel so bad for him.
It just sucks because there's nothing he can do, and even that off comment of being, I think you would kill your son and then you'd kill yourself. Oh my gosh! I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, what would you do if you found out your child was a mass murderer? I mean,
it's this episode's pretty depressing, all things considered. I was thinking about the current situation. Like, in a reality, if I had to, be there, you now have your best man locked away. You have potentially an innocent girl who just seems like kind of a crazy girl locked away with, kind of taking away some human rights in doing so. You're placing a very gentle father away, too. All truly on a very big hunch. The evidence is more your only lead rather than anything else to go off of, but it's these people, I don't know what they're doing other than watching these screens, the monitors. Are they investigating other people? Are they not trying to look at other people? What are they doing with their time other than just kind of sitting in these dark rooms just hoping that this is the only option?
Well, and the other thing too is that there is no... we don't really get a glimpse of what the world really believes. They do seem to think it's insane that someone could be mind-controlled, or the idea of spirits, like a Shinigami. It's what the hell? Or or the idea that someone could kill remotely without doing anything.
Yeah.
They think it's crazy, so I would assume that there's no way to... At this point, they don't... Even if they could prove by their deductive reasoning that it is light, They don't have anything to pin it on him.
And
There's no smoking gun.
And even
There's-
that's disheartening.
Yeah.
Because then it's still on a hopeful whim that you were right. And that's not good. That's not going to make you ever feel happy about your decision at the end of the day if you pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Like, there's no resolution, ultimately, unless you actually know in your heart that there was something more going on. But how are you going to know that unless they physically touch the death note themselves?
Yeah.
Like, that would be the only thing that could bring them peace in the end, is if they knew that they were right in the end. Otherwise, it's going to be off of faith alone, because there's no possible way to prove it.
And then they're going to have to either put away forever or murder a quote-unquote possibly innocent person. Because that's the thing. I feel like ultimately, the only option would be for someone to kill Light.
Yeah, and then who's to say another Death Note won't be out there, and the killings will continue in a different capacity?
Well, they wouldn't know that, but who's to say that it's even actually Kira in that moment, you know?
True.
And now that there's this whole, Kira's he's not an ever-present being, he's like a shifting aura.
Entity, yeah.
An entity that just takes over and possesses people.
Oh boy.
We're an exorcist or some bullshit.
Yeah.
It's a mantle. Like Batman. Once one Batman is gone, you pass it on to the next.
George Clooney becomes the next Death Note holder.
I was gonna say Light has like a Robin. It's just some little kid that we've never seen that he hangs out with sometimes.
That murders people
and
for
he's like,
fun.
"Where's Uncle Light?" Oh, he touches the book and like goes insane.
Can you... honestly, I'm kind of forgetting some of the rules at play. Could you give me the breakdown of what you interpret that scene in the mist in the beginning between Rem's exchange and White? What do you believe Light is physically capable of knowing?
So Light is able to observe Rem.
Okay.
He doesn't. He didn't state that he lost knowledge of her, but I wonder if that is because he was still in possession of Ryuk at that point.
Okay.
So, but he was able to perceive her still even after losing the Death Note. So I think what he assumes at that point is that even if Ryuk takes it away, he will still be able to see Shinigami.
Okay.
And so he hid the Death Note, and he said, when I say this phrase, no matter what the context or the situation, you take that as I'm relinquishing my ownership of the Death Note.
And that means you forget everything involving your portion or Rem's portion, Misa's portion?
He would forget everything involving the Death Note.
Okay.
So anything that occurred, his POV of the Death Note and his knowledge of it would be gone.
Okay.
So it's like a save slot. And
it's just removed.
Yeah. So and the Death Note is like a physical like checkpoint or whatever, and he'll just have all the stuff.
Yeah,
like,
but that's the thing.
Anything pertaining to what he's witnessed while having the Death Note.
Yeah, but he's still aware of the world because Misa was still able to love Light and know who Light was, even though she only met Light because of the Death Note and Kira.
Yeah.
But she has this like reality built in. Otherwise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like it's almost spoiler for No Way Home. I feel like it's almost Spider-Man No Way Home. I feel like it's almost when Peter Parker is no longer Spider-Man.
Yeah.
To everyone in the world, everything still happened, but it's a little different because their memory of Peter Parker is completely gone. Like he doesn't exist as a person, but their life still played out similarly. So maybe it's kind of the same. But instead of removing Peter Parker completely, they removed Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yep.
And they still exist with Peter Parker, and Peter Parker's reality is still real, but Spider-Man doesn't exist. And anything pertaining to Spider-Man would be gone. But I just don't understand how Kira is gonna bounce back from this. Because now we have Light Yagami. Does the rest of the show become Light and we're actually working together to figure out who Kira is?
And there's all the leads lead to nothing. It's the worst buddy cop show ever.
Yeah. It's the most likely scenario at this
That's
point.
what it feels like.
But the worst buddy cop show could be the best thing that Light needs for his.
That's what I want. That's what I wanted this to be. just being animated. Isn't Dexter that way? Do you ever watch Dexter?
Oh, like trying to figure out who the murderer is, but he is.
But he is in fact a serial killer
Pretty
himself.
sure that's what like the
No,
synopsis
he
is.
he kills serial killers. That's
But like they're ultimately still trying to hunt him down, right?
I mean, I think it is a thing they're trying to figure out who's
Yeah.
killing the serial killers, but he is a serial killer who hunts
Himself.
serial killers.
Yeah.
I think.
That's
I don't know.
interesting.
Could be wrong.
I haven't seen the show.
Me
I
neither.
just heard the synopsis once like 5 years ago. I was like, that's interesting. Probably not gonna watch it.
They brought it back, right? They finished the show.
I think so.
Yeah. Well. Any last thoughts?
Damn good episode.
Damn fine episode.
Agreed. Y'all, if you enjoyed this reaction as well, make sure you leave a like on the video, please. Let us know some of your favorite moments. By the time you're seeing this, we're a little bit ahead of you too, so tell us some moments in the comments maybe that you're excited for, maybe just the episode name in particular. And we'll see you in the next reaction. Love you guys. Punch it.